frankly, I think there are two parts to this answer. One is really the way businesses have operated so far, which is changing people's mindsets and thinking from a short-term perspective to a long-term perspective, and having the leaders align and move towards stakeholder value from shareholder value. Because currently, while the country's sustainability goals are to go net zero by 2070, which means the way they do business, the way where they allocate their financing and their money needs to change. But with that being said, if they still have to comply with short-term market pressure and short-term returns vis-a-vis long-term, that's really the issue here. So companies and leaders will have to start thinking differently in terms of how do they manage short-term performance, financial performance, while continuing to be competitive and lead the long-term transformation that we need. So that's a fairly new phenomenon that's picking up in India, and we've already seen this change. Globally, there's a lot of research that's coming up which shows that companies that have been doing very well on ESG also are showing stronger performance in the public markets. And so when companies start becoming very public with their ESG performance, investors take that into account while allocating funds, while choosing their company, how much of the portfolio and funding should be going to this particular company. And in India, we will see that evolve in the coming years with the latest, SEBI's regulations on BRSR. What's happening is that at least the top 150 companies by next year have to, in some way, monitor their performance on 50 indicators, get external assurance on it, and publish it in their annual report. And what's going to happen is that on those 50 indicators, they're going to get a special rating for BRSR core by the ESG rating agencies. The mutual funds in India, the ESG mutual funds, will have to allocate their funds only to these companies, and that will all depend on how well they're doing and how good their rating is on those 50 indicators. So slowly, in the next 2-3 years, we will see this expand to 250 companies, 400 companies, 1,000 companies. So we will see that at least the ESG mutual funds and the ESG financial, public market allocation space will start looking at which companies doing well on ESG, and more funding will go to them. So financial statements, ESG disclosures will start having a significant impact in some way on financial statements. Yeah.